So today we are going to be celebrating the incredible bass genius of Pino Palladino. We've got some outrageous examples of him playing, and some of them you will absolutely not have seen before. And we're also going to be talking about, like Pino's a complete legend. Well, we think it's because of these two things, and we're going to be getting into it in this episode.
And we have to talk about the gear, the two eras of Pino, P-bass, and to start it off, fretless.
Check it out, dude. A very young 25-year-old Pino Palladino. Gary Numan, music for Chameleons, and he's playing that legendary Music Man Stingray that he's still got.
Oh my God. I love the skinny tie, members only jacket vibe too. Okay, Divine. Yeah.
Oh, so freaking cool. So check it out. There's a few incredible things about this bass line. Obviously, he's doing all of the Pinoisms, right? This.
Oh. Yes.
And that. Like, he's got all of that down. But the third time around is when he starts really opening up the bass line. It's this.
Yeah.
If you want to follow along, we've got all of the tab and notation for this down below, completely free in the description. Go get it down there, okay? But check this bit out here. It goes. I think that was inspired by Djurkel. It's. I think
modern
it was this.
Electric bass.
Yeah. That bass line that Djurkel always plays. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
And Pino's doing it up here. But he only plays a snippet of it. So in context, he goes. Here we come.
Oh, just that first little piece.
Have you got any fretless for us, Ian? Sitting there with that beautiful, look at that beautiful white bass there.
What, this white bass?
Yeah, that white bass, yeah.
Let's get back to some Paul Young. So Paul Young, Wherever I Lay My Hat, 1985.
Yeah.
Listen to this. And it's so loud. Like, it takes up so much space in the mix.
It's incredible, dude.
I mean, also, like, it's in B flat. Just, not the easiest thing to play on an unlined fretless like Pino's playing. If you're trying to do the Pino thing, right? And of course, we have the tab and notation for you below, and we've talked about this line before, but something that I missed early on, I have to show you the end of chorus 1. Check this out. Check this out right here. Oh, all right, hold up. Four chord E flat, Wherever I Lay My Hat, and then he plays the 5 chord, which is an F, and then he plays. And if you missed it, I'll show it to you again. All right, 5 chord F, and then he's playing literally the A harmonic and a C. I guess that would be a G, an A and a G. On a fretless, if you play a harmonic and then fret it, you can move the harmonic, right? So he's taking this. It's just so cool. And like the balls to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's outrageous, yeah.
He's on his own with the little twinkly drum loop, and he plays that thing.
Here's Pino talking about the bass line from Wherever I Lay My Hat. Check it out.
When you get to this,
it's the sound of that song.
Well, that's actually Stravinsky. So we'd have to give credit to Stravinsky on that bit. That's one of his melodies. Just left the studio and wondered if I would hear that on the album, or in fact, if it would make it on the album, because you never know.
He's talking about Stravinsky. He's going to, he's going to demonstrate a lot of harmonic knowledge.
It's one of the key things that we were talking about right at the top of the video. There's two things that Pino has. One of them is he's got like real deep harmonic knowledge, and he does it without kind of like he does it kind of like under the radar. He's one of those like real rare individual bassists like Jameson, where he can play really supportive, but he can also play incredibly busily, but has this ability to stay out of the way. But the notes that he's using a lot of the time, he's not winging it.
He is not winging it. No. And he demonstrates all this chord knowledge.
Yeah.
Like almost all of his fills, as we're going to see, all of his lines are based on chord tones and like really like jazz and bebop language.
This is it.
Oh my God.
Outrageous.
Fretless octave pedal.
Yeah. Here we go.
It's not a synth bass. Oh, no big deal. No big deal. Divine's got it.
Oh.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh, it gets better. Check it out.
No, it can't.
Enough. This is a monster to play. Check it out. So that's the first one. Guys, tab and notation down below. We've got you covered. It's totally free in the description.
I'm gonna need it.
So he's actually just going up like a G minor. G minor 7. Right, so G minor 7 to the 9 to the 11. Up to C minor. Then the next time round he plays this sequence.
That is outrageous.
It's outrageous, isn't it? So, and then it's a real beast to play. And then you've got this. On this version, he goes. And then my favorite bit maybe though is this bit.
That's that bebop language.
Yeah, in all of these fourths, yeah.
It's like Stravinsky and Coltrane or something, right? It's like his love for classical music and jazz combined in this crazy example.
He's obviously a studied bass player, and you can see it across his playing because he's drawing on all of these influences, like the specific lines he's playing are, that's a kind of Djurkel influence here, or this is a Stravinsky thing over here, or this is a Louis Johnson thing. Yes, you might be thinking, Louis slapping? Yes.
No.
Check this out. Here we go.
Wait a minute, but that's a fretless. Totally Louis Johnson.
Tell me this is not like influenced by Louis Johnson. So good.
Of course.
Pino is doing his own work. Oh my word.
Yeah. There's that whole thing of like, you can't really slap a fretless, and then who breaks that rule? Well, of course, it's Les Claypool in the 90s, but before Les Claypool, slapping a fretless.
Early 80s. And I think that we're still in the 80s here. We're going to play one of your favorite songs here, Ian. If you're ready, please bring up a little bit of Lady in Red.
I've had such a feeling of complete and utter love.
All right.
Romance me, Ian, romance me.
Lady in red is dancing with me. Cheek to cheek.
Incredible.
Yeah, just the sound of his bass.
It's just you and me, dude.
Whoa! I'm trying to play some fills here, man.
This beauty by my side.
Woo!
Never forget
mean, this bass line is crazy. He's got this huge sound, right? And so I'm favoring the bridge pickup a little bit, sort of, try to get the Stingray vibe.
Yeah.
I've got chorus, a bit of reverb on here. But I think it's pretty cool, like playing around this neck of the woods of the bass versus back here.
Yeah.
And trying to bring that wah out of the bass.
Yeah, what's this bit
lick,
here? What the? Is he using like an open string there or something?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think so. He's playing, like open D octave.
Yeah. Tab and notation down below, guys. If you want that tab and notation for all of these in the description. It's outrageous. And then there's a whole other thing where he gets quite fancy as well. What's that bit?
Oh, I mean, this thing where he plays, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, all of his language, like we've said before, is sort of based on chord tones. He's not doing a lot of like, he's not playing sort of pentatonic language.
Yeah.
This thing, that's all just based on a B flat major, and actually B flat 7, right? Because he's this thing, playing the 5. And then that minor third to the 3rd.
Yeah.
Then the flat 7. And then the 5th.
It's just chord tones, isn't it? Lots of chord tones.
It's all chord tones.
Learn your chord tones, people.
So we've been doing this The Genius of series. We featured guys like Stuart Zender. We've got Tony Levin. We're doing Pino today.
Mr. John Deacon.
Yes, we just did one on John Deacon as well. And if you want to see more of this kind of video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you wouldn't mind, in the comments, let us know what players we're leaving out.
Right, dude, let's jump forward. This was like 1986. We're going to jump more than 10 years. Because, like, obviously, Pino was killing it through the 90s as well. But then just as the 90s were coming to an end, he dropped a banger. D'Angelo, Voodoo. The world changed.
Absolutely. And this is where we've got to unplug the fretless, grab the P bass. Questlove on drums.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about the chicken grease.
Yes. Oh.
Stuffs and things to make the people get out to see. Put your hands together, y'all. Come on. Everybody is cool. Well, if you want to clap your hands back. Stomp your feet back.
I love it.
Down to the front where you can feel the beat. From the left to right.
I mean, I could live in this feel. It's so good. So this is right top of the new millennium.
Can you remember when this happened? And please, everybody in the comments, if you were like playing bass around this time, can you remember when it happened? Please let us know in the comments if this was you as well. Because I can remember there was like Pino Palladino before Voodoo, and then Voodoo dropped, and then everybody was like, what? Well, Pino's playing with D'Angelo. What's happening? And it was just it was like just a change in reality after that. And this brings us to the second thing. Obviously, we've talked about Pino's approach to harmony, and his kind of sort of like in-depth knowledge there. The next thing is something that came to light in Voodoo, which is his pocket. He's got a really incredible grasp of rhythm and where he places the bass line. And he can move that thing around maybe better than anybody I've ever heard. It's incredible.
This is the beginning, too, of this kind of like Dilla drumming era. And
yes.
Questlove's playing on this tune in particular doesn't really sound super like wonky time Dilla, like some, like Chris Dave has kind of taken that forward, but it is just so pocketed. And the syncopations, like the 16th note syncopations, are all so far back, and how Pino lays back but Quest pushes forward. Pino's bass on this is tuned down a whole step, but you don't have to. He maybe did that for another tune they were playing on the show. I'm not sure. So I'm going to show you in standard tuning. So it starts like 1 and 2. Like just there, the syncopation is actually what makes Pino sound so funky in this style. So 1 and 2. Like getting that short backside is really, I think, the key to it. But the bass line is just this 1 and 2. And then he plays 1.
Oh, God, outrageous. And check it out, guys. It's swung. It's got this real swing to it.
Yeah. So instead of thinking 1 E and a 2 E and it's 1 E and a 2 E and like that is as swung as far back on the swing feel as you can possibly make it. 1 E and 2. So it's sort of like this chromatic climb from B flat to E. And then he does some amazing sort of like double stop figures. Like whenever he comes up the neck and plays something, it's typically like this guitar figure where you're barring like E and A and then pushing up from the E to an F sharp. Right? So Pino reinvents himself, plays with D'Angelo, and a young John Mayer hears that, and then
this happens. Here we go.
the harmonic thing.
Dude, and they spit. Ah!
Dude, there is so much going on in this. There's so much going on, and he plays so many notes. And I want you to break down your favorite stuff, and I want you to tell us why it all works.
Yeah, there's a lot. And as we said before, he plays actually incredibly busy in many parts, right? So...
yeah.
Like, oh, he's got all of that right. But the one thing that everybody will be like, "Whoa, what's that?" is this one.
Oh,
that
geez,
thing,
that
yeah?
is great.
It's so good. So he goes...
sets it up with that open A, and then targets a chord tone fill.
Exactly.
Right?
It's like an A7. So he goes, slides up to the major third. Tab a notation down below if you want it in the description.
Yep.
So, and then, so. So it's like a Mixolydian scale. But it's very jazzy, right? Kind of bebop, right? And we're going to get into some of these other bebop kind of lines in a second. But I want to just point out one more lick that kind of, again, pushed me over the cliff. And I was like, this is it. I'm forever a Pino fan after this.
Oh my God! Wow, yeah.
To the F sharp,
Yeah,
and then
show me
G,
that.
and then all A pentatonic.
Oh,
It's so outrageous, isn't it?
Oh, that is great.
Let me slow it down. So it goes. It is a beast. Tab and notation below for anybody that wants to have that in detail. If you haven't noticed, Pino has shovels for hands. He's a big freaking dude and he's got big spades. That's why he's playing these. You know, his hands are
kind of
huge.
in that spread, in that like 4 fret, one finger per fret.
Yeah.
Hand positioning.
Exactly that. Yeah. Next up, we've got Ceelo Green, dude.
I will say, people out there are like, I don't know if that's Pino, but I feel like it was confirmed a bit of time ago that this indeed was Pino on the bridge.
2010, dude.
Yeah. And then this
Here we go.
bridge.
Oh! Why? Why? Whoa!
The bass line itself is so cool, right?
Yeah.
And I think the producer, do you know the producer on this?
No, but he played some of the bass, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
Gav, could we have the producer?
Fact checking
on
Gav.
this?
Can we have the producer,
Yeah.
please? Thank you, Mr. Gavington.
I think I want this to be true. If anybody knows the real story in the comments, let
Yeah.
us know. But I think they wanted like an elevated thing, like a pyrotechnic, amazing Jamerson-esque, Pino explosion.
Bridge. Yeah.
The
yeah.
climb to the D, and then he plays that lick right there from
Yeah.
D. You're playing, and then the next one too.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Who was it, Gav? Brody Brown. It's Brody Brown. Yeah.
Brody Brown's on this, which I love. I mean, what a great bass line. But then, gotta bring in those big guns, for that bridge.
Okay, dude. Next up, we're jumping forward 3 years. It's 9 Inch Nails.
Oh my God. Ugh.
Oh! Listen to that pocket, man.
How surprised and happy were you that he played with 9 Inch Nails?
Listen, I've watched this about 50 times and I'm still surprised.
Yeah, I know.
And check it
So
out, man.
badass.
He's just sort of like, he's got this thing that anchors him down, that little riff, and then he just fills in amongst it. Woo!
Yes.
P bass, flat wounds. It's a great exercise to do what Pino's doing there. Get a drum machine.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Divine. Exactly right. Oh. Ooh, man. Having the anchor of the ostinato, right?
Yeah.
And then taking liberties in the spaces.
And experimenting, yeah. I'm just got like a D minor, a pentatonic, and then just sort of like filling with that. But it's just a great exercise. It's just, Pino does an incredible job of it. And we're still not finished with 9 Inch Nails.
Yes, and if you think that, now it's P bass here on out, he comes back to the fretless with Trent Reznor. I love this. Check out Sanctified.
It's just Trent Reznor is so good.
Listen to Pino play this on his fretless. Just pocket. This riff at the end here. There's so much cool subtlety going on in this, right? And I sort of thought it was this. And then he's improvising, but no, it's actually a 4-bar phrase. Then this.
Wow,
Just
it's so
crazy.
cool, yeah.
Yeah, and then one time he plays this. And the second time. It's insane. And there's that sliding harmonic thing again, right? Where he plays. So he's barring across, the 5th fret, right? Where you play
Yeah.
a C or a G and hitting it and sliding it out. Just crazy. What a cool line.
It's too much. I'll tell you what's too much. Pino soloing. Check it out. Same fretless as well. Oh. Wait till he puts the octave on as well. Woo! Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Check that out. It's outrageous. So he's in D flat, right? So it's like this weird.
Oh, man.
I'm not even going to describe what it is. It's crazy. It's on the tab and notation down below.
And it's just pocketed. His swing feel. You
said earlier, you were like, how come when I'm listening to Pino, when he's soloing, it sounds cool. It doesn't sound cheesy because he's using a lot of this bebop language. In fact, check this out. He plays a bebop lick here. Check it out. So that there. So it's like, it's over a minor thing, a minor seventh, but he's got this note in it.
The major minor sound. Yes.
It never sounds like he's whittling.
It's true.
If somebody was
right.
like, what do you mean? I'm like, he never sounds like he's whittling. It's always
right.
sounds really defined exactly what the idea is supposed to be. He just delivers it. This is what it's supposed to be.
In the comments, let us know what we missed, what you're just feeling like, oh, you guys, you should have done this. And maybe we need to do a part 2. There's so much Pino to unpack. But these are the songs that really have like resonated with us over the years.
Yeah.
But help us understand what's resonated with you. Leave it in the comments. We'd love to see it.
Okay, so should we finish up by showcasing one of Pino's own projects? We've been talking about all of the incredible people that he's played with, but he's got his own project with Blake Mills that's absolutely beautiful. And you wanted to save this one till last, right?
Yeah, I mean, stepping out right from sideman role into sort of leader role with Blake Mills. Check this out. I love this clip because it shows that like Pino is not afraid to do anything on the bass.
Is that a fretless guitar?
It is a fretless guitar. Also, do you see what's attached to Pino's bass, Divine?
No.
Oh, just wait.
Is that capo?
Yes, it is.
He's my hero.
Right? It's so cool.
So creative, right?
Yeah. Like this ostinato thing. Almost more like a guitar line, right?
Yeah.
And he needs that note to pull off to. Right? So just put a capo on it, or capo.
Oh, this was for NPR, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tiny desk.
Yeah.
I just like that he's not afraid. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That he doesn't need to be boxed in. He takes off the capo. You've got a guy who has reinvented himself, continues to push as a sideman, and has as his own artist. And when I pulled that up and saw him with the capo on the bass, I'm like, this is incredible. Salute to Pino Palladino, man. We love you. We just are huge fans, and we just continue to be like gifted by all the cool stuff that he does. So, and I know there's going to be more as we keep going.
Absolutely. And guys, if you want us to feature somebody else in a video like this, please let us know down below in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe the video as well. Grab that PDF that we put together for you with all of the tab and notation for this video. And obviously we will see you in the next one. Okay, this is one of probably a few. Let's see how I do. Oh, I was a poet and I didn't even know it. Oops. Oh, let me go. Let me just get the end bit. Oh!